Hello guys, welcome back. Sethoran here. This is the Daily Grind and this is Saint Seiya Tencent. I'm making this video because a couple of people were discussing this character in the Discord for the Tofu Legion from server 1 Pegasus on Saint Seiya Awakening, and they were curious because apparently the latest patch added extra rewards for the sacred duel, and one of the rewards are or is shards for this character. Her name is Tagara, and she isn't a character from Saint Seiya. She is not a Saintia. She is not from any of the spin-offs. She is an original character from the company Tencent from another game. I think it's Arena of Valor or something like that. It's one of their exclusive Chinese games. Um, Incidentally, one of the first games that Tencent had that suffered from this Chinese ID thing that has been going on for the past few months. But she's very fun to play, and I'm told that you cannot earn her shards in the Awakening version, and that kind of makes sense because it's an exclusive Tencent character. She is not part of the Saint Seiya universe, and it's very, very unlikely that we are going to see her in the near future. But they were still curious about how this character performs, and she's pretty fun. It's one of those characters that is not meta, is not going to be winning you any matches on her own, but she has pretty interesting mechanics on gameplay. Uh, Her skills, her first is a basic attack. She's an archer, so she uses a bow and arrows to strike at the enemies. Then she has a special silent arrow that has a small chance of striking up to 5 enemies, and that gives her stacks of her passive. Also, her first passive, whenever her allies attack and use energy on the same round, when they strike enemies, by the way, I was confused. She's physical damage, not cosmo damage. Um, when her allies attack using energy and do damage on the round, she has a chance of earning more stacks of her second passive. This one, when she reaches 5 stacks of the skill, she releases an AoE attack that grants her 100 speed rating. So it basically gives her a free turn, and then she gives a buff for critical chance to the whole team. So she's pretty fun to use. So let's go over to the training hall. I have been made fun of for using the training hall, but you know what? I don't think anybody's going to risk their PvP rating for showcasing characters that don't actually work very well on PvP, on real PvP like Galaxy Duel or the Yamir tournament or the Chaos tournament. I don't think anybody is going to risk going down. Okay, let me slot her here to see if she works. The thing is, the other guys have to use energy while they attack, so let me go get some cheap single energy guys. Now let's go with this guy instead, and let's slot her somewhere. There she is, like this, so we can actually get a couple of attacks out. This is a still high level training hall, so it's not like I can just bring in whoever. So let's try to get rid of Pisces first. See, she got a stack. The thing is, uh, all of the guys have to use energy while they attack and do damage before she gets stacks. And I now only have her basic. Let's see, that's 3 attacks. And yeah. This is not a team for her. I'm gonna need Kiki. Just so I have enough energy to do this. And faster guys. Alright. This is the thing with showcases. Now imagine trying to do this in live PvP. Okay, so let's try another team. And these are actually the easiest ones because Training Hall just resetted because the week started again. But these are mostly oh man. So right, let's bring in Kiki, and I'm going to need the Phoenix for this one. Just so we get some damage going. Oh wow. So let's go on Pandora first to cripple their healing. Yeah, if I bring my level 80 guys, it's a lot more difficult to showcase her. Because you need the full 5 stacks. Like the opponents have to get damage and you have to use energy. And they don't last long against the Phoenix. And I don't even have a boss. Okay, let's try. Well, experience is going to be floor 8 just so I don't completely destroy the boss. And okay. Okay, let's go like this. And let's bring her in. Oh, actually this guy is better than Shura because he's just 1 energy. Ugh. We need some healing. Okay, let's try this guy instead of Hyoga. Okay, she is charging, that's good. That's 2 stacks, and I heal the Phoenix, and I get to use her ultimate now. And that way, she also gets a stack. This should trigger her special. She gets double speed now. So let's heal somebody else. That's up to 5 times. And that can attack different targets. But yeah, the condition is not only to do damage, but you have to use energy to do the damage. Like, there it is. And this Phoenix is just too powerful for this level boss. So let's go up 1 level. Oh, that's the fireworks for the event. Nice. Let's try this one then. And as you can see, her ultimate can cast silence on one of the enemies. So maybe I can change June for the next match and go easy on the healing. Doesn't look like I need much healing here. Alright, so she gets her ultimate now. And you can see that it can target more than once. That turns into an AoE at random. And the damage is pretty decent, considering it's 2 energy. That's 4, 5 stacks. So yeah, she's fun to use, but the setup is complicated. That's what keeps her from being meta. Like, for example, if she was like Yusuhira, that she's similar in that sense that Yusuhira strikes whenever an ally uses energy to do damage. She has a very small chance. She gets the stacks every time somebody uses energy to do damage. But if it was a different kind of passive, maybe it would be better. And I haven't worked on her because she is very, very difficult to get shards for. Like, it's taken me over 10 months just to unlock the card. And apparently, unlike other characters in the game, even if you have built her once, she doesn't show up on the summonings, or is rarer than even the normal Phoenix Iki. So there is that. Um, I got her like 2 months ago. I finally was able to gather the whole thing. She is supposed to show up here with a very small chance on the normal summoning. But so far, I haven't gotten any dupe of her in over 2 months, and she hasn't shown up either from the advanced summoning stones. So, well, that's it for this video. This is just a very quick showcase of the character because it's unlikely that we are going to get this in Awakening or the new global version. She has a skin. I think you can actually buy this with tickets. Yes, it's one of the expensive ones, but it's a very nice skin, and it does count for the achievements where you need 40 skins. I don't even know if we have 40 skins. There's that. Fun character to use, really. For PvE, she's very good. I have used her, like you just saw in. For farming materials, she's very good. I will reckon that in a Legion boss setting, she will be useful for the extra damage. Because for the Legion bosses, you usually set up a team with Rock, so you can start attacking from the get-go, and it's self-sustainable. She's rather slow, as you saw, and I don't think I even have. Yeah, her base speed is 47, so faster than Shun, Evil Saga, and Pieces, who are the slowest characters in the game. So she goes just before these three characters, and you can upgrade her for even more critical damage with the staunch guys, maybe with Leech. But I haven't worked on her because I'm pretty much strapped for resources right now. I'm looking forward to Wednesday when Athena arrives, her armored version. So if I don't pull Athena for whatever reason during this banner, I'm going to wait until I have the luckiest setting, and I might be able to gather. We know there is going to be a Lucky Cat event going on before that, so I might be able to get at least 500 summoning stars, and I'm going to pull at least 300. So it's going to be a very intense video for pulling, just so you get a taste of how I do that in the Spanish channel. But if I don't get her, then I might start working on Poseidon to bring him to level 80. But that's still in the air because I don't have books to do this. I only have 2 blue books right now, and that's just enough to bring one of these skills to level 2. But still, I'm going to make the Poseidon video because you need to know why he needs so many blue books. So just in case Poseidon is not a character released on Tuesday, on the next reset for the Awakening version, start preparing because you need a ton of blue books. You need at least 6 just to get him to open up the basic extra abilities he has, because this guy has 6, 9, 10 different skills that you can use, and that's achieved through a combination of these basic skills. Poseidon is very, very interesting. That's why he's considered or was considered to be somewhat overpowered. Um, but this is the thing. His stats are nothing to write home about. Like, yeah, he has um, S grade Cosmo attack and S grade Cosmo defense, but the rest of his skills are very run of the mill. He's not very, very fast. A lot of people work really, really hard to bring this guy to over 500 speed, and that's where he starts becoming broken. But he needs a heavy, heavy investment in blue books. We're talking about at least 18 and ideally 24 blue books because you have to combine them. Double S cards, like all the gods, all the three gods that are going to be available, require double the amount of blue books to upgrade their skills to maximum. So instead of requiring 12 blue books to maximize one skill, you require 24 blue books per skill to bring them to level 5. So yeah, these guys are broken and they are overpowered, but when you need to invest that many resources, because they are also more expensive to refine their cosmos and they are more expensive to level up. Even if you use the purple books, they are way more expensive. They take at least 20% more XP to level up. So yeah, they are far more powerful than a single S card. And the real power of Poseidon is the fact that he's both an offensive and defensive toon. He can buff your own team, he can debilitate the enemy team, he has an AoE, and he can share his bonuses to the whole team. And he does that for pretty cheap. Most of his skills don't use energy, and only his AoE is somewhat expensive at 3 energy to cast that. But the amount of stuff that you get from his AoE is amazing. So yeah, I'm going to upload this Tagara video and I'm going to work on the showcase for Poseidon, so be on the lookout during Monday afternoon, not the evening, like midday, 12 o'clock onwards. I'm going to be uploading that video because I really have to take notes, and I'm also going to take the chance to showcase his training hall just so you are prepared, because Poseidon training missions are very, very difficult. Even when you know what to do, I had to get help from somebody else. Well, I didn't ask, but there was one guy, a very good friend, Jocaro. He also has a YouTube channel that is more focused on high level missions, but he doesn't talk to his audience, and you kind of have to already know how to build your characters, because he just showcases the character build, but doesn't really tell you what the substats are. So you have to be on the lookout for the stat page to see more or less what he's building his characters are. And he uses very well, he uses out of meta characters. Like, he's a very, very staunch supporter of Perseus Algol, of normal Shaka. He also built that character very, very well. He's a very, very staunch supporter of the Canon Arayashiki combo, and he makes that work wonderfully. Somewhat cheating, because he leaves his team is usually dead by the end of the mission, with only Arayashiki and Canon surviving. but he gets results. I mean, he works with a lot of underpowered or outside of meta characters, and even for PvP, his PvP videos are very very interesting to look at. So I'm going to include his channel in the description later on, so you can check him out. He's also Mexican. Like I told you, he doesn't talk to the audience, and his videos are very short and to the point. Like, he shows you how to do. And one of the reasons I'm not doing that kind of videos, he's centered around the Saint Legend tomes, the Athena trials above floor 80, because now we are at floor 160 or something in the Chinese version, and above floor 120 they are insanely difficult. Even a level 80, because that's the original end of the Athena trials. Like, before 8 cents, the Athena trials only reach until floor 80. Anything past that, you need 8 cents to be able to beat those floors. So that's what his channel is about. And Galaxy Duel at high level, I think he's top 100 in his server. He's server 6, Q6 I think, or Q8. I'm gonna ask him around. So, well, that was the Tagara video, and be on the lookout during the day for the Poseidon showcase. Doesn't matter if he's not the guy on Tuesday, you have to be prepared, because this is one of the most complex characters in the game, and one of the most complex characters that I have seen in a real-time strategy game. Has tons of skill to use, and you have to know when to use them, because if you don't, you just open up Poseidon to be heavily punished. So, from my part, that's everything for this video. Remember to subscribe, leave a like on the video, leave your comments, your questions. If it is within my power and I have the character developed, I can answer your questions right away. If not, you have to wait a little bit until I do a showcase, when I have them properly built up, at least 5 stars and level 70. That's when you start to see what the character is really capable of. In Cosmos, a lot of people are asking what the Cosmo build is. It's not just choosing the type of Cosmos. Like, I can tell you that to build Poseidon, for example, well, mine is built this way. It's not the only way to build it, but it doesn't matter what the picture is. What matters is the substats, and mine is not competitive because it doesn't have extra speed. My Poseidon is just too slow for the meta in the Chinese server. He has to break at least 450 speed before he is viable, and you can only accomplish that having at least 6 Cosmos with double speed substat. And he also needs a lot of HP, because he doesn't have a very good rating on HP, and extra physical defense, because his rating on defense is low. But I'm going to cover all of this in the Poseidon showcase that is coming next after this one. So thank you all for watching. For the people that that have been sending their regards and their best wishes, I'm way better from my cough. I had a very very bad cold, and finally a week and a half or 2 weeks after suffering from that, I'm starting to get better. My day-to-day job involves a lot of talking, so after doing my day-to-day job, I come here to record the stuff for the daily grind and my other channel. So that puts a lot of stress on my voice, on my vocal cords. So that's why you hear me coughing a lot of the time, because my throat gets dry, sore from so much talking. But thank you guys, thank you for worrying about me. You are all the best audience I could ever ask for. So See you around. See you next time. And remember, in the meantime, keep grinding on.